I like Garten of Banban. It's a game I find very intriguing. Ever since the first iteration of the game dropped, I've waited with bated breath for one of my favorite YouTube gamers to upload their playthrough of the game. And so I sit there soaking up the low quality graphics, the interesting choices of music, the weird cutscenes, lots of unused open spaces, the amazing vocal performances.
Hey you, you're finally awake.
The many puzzles to solve, the very entertaining sections, and the surprisingly effective jump scares. Qualities that make the game endearing to me. It's a vibe. Or maybe I'm just attracted to weird things. These playthroughs are often backed up by cynical commentary, lamenting on how awful and ridiculous the game is, whilst knowing full well that they'll be back for more when a new chapter gets released. Because they secretly like it. So I've watched Garten of Banban 1,000 times over, most of the time against my will, which has made me more and more invested in the game. And the fact that Banban's name isn't actually Banban is what aroused my curiosity about the story. I made this video to understand the game's lore really, and also for those who are also curious to know it, so join me as I try to figure out the lore one chapter at a time. And I plan on deciphering the story on my own with what is given to me, and give this piece of entertainment media the respect that it deserves. Garten of Banban is a mascot horror game developed by the Euphoric Brothers and was released early January 2023. The Euphoric Brothers, Faris and 𝕕𝕣𝕖, are a pair of indie video game developers that found a passion for making games at a young age. The duo has developed other games before the Garten of Banban series, namely Egghead Grumpty, Human Apocalypse, Quacky Oliver, Life on Pizza, He Needs His Medicine, Fleshwater, How We Got Here, Introvert, a Teenager Simulator, and Swallow the Blue. When Garten of Banban was released, it was met with lukewarm reception from the audience and critics, with its contention boosting its popularity across the internet, with many critics citing its weak art style, uninspired storytelling, copying the formula of other games, merchandise for the game being available upon release, making it feel like a quick cash grab, and the game forming part of the general criticism of recent horror games that target younger audiences. The people who like Garten of Banban are probably children and people who enjoy it ironically. The game is basically a so bad it's good type of entertainment. The tale of Garten of Banban revolves around a parent desperately searching for their child at Banban's kindergarten, where several other children have mysteriously disappeared, leading to the closure of the kindergarten. While on their search, the parent discovers that the garden hides profound and ominous secrets beneath its surface. Chapter 1 opens with a scene of what looks like a computer room, with a clock positioned at the bottom of the screen. The accompanying text reads, "For a parent looking for their children, time is a delicate matter. Click the clock to advance time," prompting the player to click on the clock multiple times to begin the game. The introduction will serve as a series staple, reminding you of who you are playing as and what your ultimate goal is. You begin at the outer sector of the building, where you will meet your companion for this chapter and future ones, the drone. The drone serves as a device that will help the player navigate the kindergarten, trigger buttons, and solve problems. The player has to work their way through the cafeteria, where you find a tape that plays audio suggesting the collapse of a structure and screaming. The lobby, where you'll catch a glimpse of the first of two antagonists of Chapter 1, 𝕬𝕤𝕤𝕤, a pink flamingo-esque bird. After the lobby, you will need to feed 𝕬𝕤𝕤𝕤 6 eggs, which are scattered around the playground, to access the ball pit. Once you retrieve a key card within the room, 𝕬𝕤𝕤𝕤 will give chase, forcing you to escape the ball pit and maneuvering the walkway, where 𝕬𝕤𝕤𝕤 falls into the abyss, an unknown fate. Lastly, the player navigates an orange room with a hidden lift. The player uses the lift to work their way down to an unknown location, still within the kindergarten. When Jumbo Josh, a giant green quadruped creature, attempts to climb onto the lift, causing it to fall and crash below. Like many games of this nature, there are notes hidden throughout that allude to what happened in the kindergarten, with the first note being found in the drone room at the beginning of the game, which reads, "Dear Mommy, I am hiding in a room, but I have to fight the monster. It is the only chance to make Claire like me. Me monster, Claire," with Opila Bird being depicted as said monster. This is the first hint given that the characters are hostile or have turned hostile. The second note is found in the creative area, which reads, "Distraction at 1, the meaning of which is unclear to me at the moment. The third is located in the ball pit and it says, "I alone, I want to play with the whole bird, but everyone left me. Everyone have party without me. Miss Mason see me, but go. I am scared because hole is loud and my friends scream in it, but bird is funny," which I believe ties back into the tape heard earlier of the screaming children and the crash, suggesting that the ball pit is what crashed as children were playing on it while there was a party going on. The last note comes as a boarding pass for a flight, belonged to someone named 𝕬𝕚𝕚𝕚. Remember this name, it'll come up again later in the series. The boarding time for the flight is 3:23. Maybe the distraction at 1 note was meant for someone or something to prevent 𝕬𝕚𝕚 from boarding the plane? Again, I'm not sure. The boarding pass also contains a QR code that when scanned, it sends you to a webpage that congratulates you for finding Jumbo Josh Lounge. It also suggests that Jumbo Josh has siblings and that they are hostile. Perhaps that's why he has blood on his stubby digit. So all in all, for Chapter 1, your child is missing along with other children, potentially. There are creatures in the kindergarten that are aggressive towards you for some reason. There's an impractical ball pit and a lift to a secret underground lair in the kindergarten.